Hi, everyone. It's Dylan. I am really excited to be here on a live for you. You've all been submitting your questions over on Instagram, Facebook, even some here on YouTube. And I'm going to dive into your shops, but also just answer your general questions about Etsy. So if you're new, maybe you've been following the channel, maybe not, but my background is corporate e-commerce. I've been saying 10 plus years. I just realized it's now 12 plus years. Makes me feel a little old. But we have a program. We've helped a couple thousand Etsy sellers at this point with their shops. Our team, it's a big team behind me, about 25 people. And we work really hard day and night, 7 days a week to provide you with one-on-one coaching. So I'm really excited to hop in here today and give you kind of a glimpse out kind of what that is like, but also just to answer your questions. So some of you have submitted your shops. Some of you submitted questions, so I'm going to dive into that. We also have a special promotion just today. So this is Tuesday the 19th. So it's only today, but we are giving away, basically we have 9 spots for this. And it's for anyone who books a call with my team or myself today through the end of the day only. And there's going to be 3 spots for handmade sellers, 3 spots for print on demand sellers, and then 3 spots for digital sellers. And if you are supplies or vintage, you can have one of the handmade spots. But it's basically, we're giving you a free one-on-one coaching call with us that is a $500 value. So if you schedule a call with us today and become a student in our program, you do get that extra bonus. So it's basically a $500 value bonus. So the link to schedule that call, if you're like, how do I do that? It is in the comments, basically wherever you are watching this. So let's jump into your shops. And actually, I'm going to jump into your questions first. Okay, so someone asked, how do I optimize my shop to ensure the viewers become buyers? So a big thing here is setting expectations. So what I'm talking about is your value proposition, right, in search results, which is really that combination of your listing photo and your price. Really, we want to make sure that that aligns with customer expectations when they get into the listing. So that is something to consider. Now, when they get into the listing, my power just went off, you guys. I think I blew a circuit with all these lights. Mary, are we still live? Just let me know about that. Basically, yeah, we're good. Basically, we want to make sure that when they get into the listing, you weren't deceiving them with a baby onesie that all of a sudden they are expecting, a $9.99 price point, and they saw a sweatshirt and now it's this baby onesie. So that can really kill your conversion rate. We also want to make sure that all questions and really any objections to completing the purchase are pre-handled. So that means, anyone who is on the fence, if they're curious about the materials, the size, the dimensions, if all the information is not quite clear, they're not going to purchase. So if you have listings that are not converting people and they're getting a lot of views, send those over to us. We can actually show you where the friction is in the purchasing process. All right, let's see. Someone just asked, would someone who shops at Magnolia Home be a profitable customer? Let's see, they said, has more expensive items, but definitely not as expensive as Anthropologie. Is this customer worth building my shop around? So to this, I would say yes, but keep in mind, the Magnolia Home, if you guys don't know what that is, let me pull this open here. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna pull this up so you can actually see it. It's like the whole Chip and Joanna gains. So, this kind of vibe. Now, the thing is, some part of this is becoming a little more outdated now. So if you think about like the Ray Dunn mugs, right? That tall, skinny, very simple, plain font that is starting to become more outdated. So I would really consider, okay, is the vibe that you are showing in your shop, is that like a more modern version of this kind of farmhouse chic? Or is it still in that kind of shabby chic, which is becoming more and more outdated, like shabby farmhouse? So, yeah, Magnolia Home, it can be a good idea, but just I would do it in a more modern way because the more shabby chic way is definitely phasing out. Okay. Now let's dive into some of your shops that you submitted for reviews. I'm just going to dive right into this and let's see, make this a little bigger. Okay. Let's see if that is large enough for you. Yeah, you can get the gist. So this is a shop, let's see, 68 or 201 sales, 68 listings. So I think what this person has a lot of add to carts, which is a great sign. But I think that they could be doing a lot more with their pricing strategy to encourage these people to convert. Now, I actually know the seller here, and I think that I know she does a lot of this hand drawn lettering. I think they could be definitely serving more customers. So right now they have a lot of home decor, a lot of like kind of sweatshirt or apparel um, graphics. But I think if they got into more graphics that would look good on things like drinkware, it's going to be different dimensions. Drinkware, potentially even different types of customers like nurses, right? Nurses or teachers. Right now, it's more like family friendly, but I think there's other types of customers who would appreciate this font and aesthetic that they're probably not getting in front of right now. So, my goal for this shop would be to really get their listing count up to about 500, expanding into different profitable customer segments along the way, and also thinking about really having a much wider variety of product types that they're putting these graphics on with their mock-ups. Okay. Someone asked, how do you know when a trend is becoming outdated? Okay, guys, if the trend has been on Etsy for at least 3 years and it's no longer in big brands and big box retailers, at that point, you I would probably consider it's on its way out. You can also look up Google Trends. Now, on Google Trends, a lot of people think, oh, that's where I'm going to find trends. No, that's really where you identify as a trend if a trend is ending because it's retroactive. It's not predictive. So you would have to be doing the predictive forecasting there. Google Trends is really going to be a retroactive look at how a trend has been over the last 5 years, 10 years. You could do 6 months even. But I would say if it's on Etsy, has been on Etsy for several years, and it's no longer in even Home Goods, Hobby Lobby, right? Etsy is one of the last places to get trends and to hang on to trends. So do not be relying on Etsy for that. Please. Okay, let's pull open another shop. I'm going to copy and paste. Looks like you guys are submitting them, which is amazing. All right. Which is really fun for me because, it's a fresh look. I've never seen these shops before. So Louisiana, 106 sales. Looks like we have, okay, print on demand. Okay, this is what I would say here. I see some bocce ball, some Louisiana things, some interesting. I would say right now it's not really clear on who we're targeting. This shop, honestly, that's something about me is I'm very candid because I need you to make money. That's like my whole goal with Etsy sellers and my students. So I am always honest. This shop right now, I'm seeing it looks kind of like the ideas for the shop came from YouTube videos that told you what was trending according to E-Rank this year. So that is something where, again, we're looking retroactive. It's just simply oftentimes just looking at a relationship between the the search volume and the competition and saying, oh, it's a good idea because those are a slightly better balance in favor of the seller. That doesn't mean this is a good idea to sell that thing. If that has been your strategy, many of you know that that doesn't work. So what I would say here is we have 106 sales. Who are your most profitable customers so far? It's such a small sample size, honestly, but it looks like a lot of the Highland cow. I'm seeing a lot of Highland cow ornaments here. So I would take a look at, okay, who is that customer? Who is the best customer who maybe they ordered 10 of these, right? Who spent the most money with you? Go back and look at that. Okay, what else are these people favoriting? What else are they interested in? Who exactly is this person? What else could I offer them? But I would not get hung up in copying just what Etsy says or what eRank or another, software tool is telling you is trending, um, just based on supply and demand. So I would say we need to really narrow this down, expand the product mix significantly beyond apparel. Way too much apparel in here. I would have apparel if I were you here being apparel being like 10% to 15% of the product mix. Okay. Let's see. How do you feel? Okay, someone asked, how do you feel about free shipping or no free shipping? I would say that it really depends on the competition and how you compare to the value proposition of your competitors in search results. So that means, is your photo and your price better? If not, if your price isn't better, that price, whether it says free shipping or not, if that price is not better, your photo better be better. If your photo is not as good, you are going to have to compensate with price. So I would say with free shipping or no free shipping, definitely, I think every shop at some point should test both. The higher the price point, the more likely I would say though, don't do added on shipping, have free shipping. If you're selling, like I have students who sell tables up to $15,000, do not sell the table for 8,000 and then have 7 grand in shipping because it's freight. So just a recommendation there. All right, let's jump into another shop that was submitted here. Now, something I just want to kind of point out where we cover all of this. So, all of the shipping strategies. This is our platform, our program, the Ultimate Etsy course. You guys, I just launched this in, let's see, it was January 29th. And I took all of the feedback from thousands of people who took our original program. And basically, I used that to build the new program. So, we cover print on demand, digital, handmade supplies, vintage, everything. And I took all of the feedback, used that to build this. So the lessons here, they're about 3 to 5 minutes. You can see it is very robust. It is no fluff, straight to the point, only profitable action steps. And when you're asking about shipping and, or how to build, a shop that has a framework for $100,000 months, like we cover all of that here. So the nitty gritty of it is all here. And then if you need extra help, we actually have coaching calls 4 times per week. Now, we just had a call that was, look at this, international shipping Q&A with Coach Saskia. So there's 11 coaches on our team. So we go into shipping strategies specific to your exact shop anytime you need. And then, of course, in our one-to-one coaching area, you have direct access to me and the coaches for unlimited coaching all day, every day. And we can go into your listings and give you specific shipping strategies for your listings. So that was a really good question. Let's see, this one we can do. Okay, New York. Looks like print on demand. Okay, the biggest call out here is the mockups. We've got to update the mockups. These mockups are not going to sell the product. Also, I recommend being very careful about shadowing on your mockups because it's especially on a design that is more intricate, you really need to pay attention to that because it's going to really mess with what people see on mobile, which is oftentimes where over 70% of people are shopping right now. So basically this shop needs, this one's okay. Pretty much all new mockups though. And I would say some of the designs I probably would retire. Maybe half of the designs retiring and then updating every mockup. Okay. Someone said, oh, this is funny. Someone asked, I don't know how to lower my prices without losing money. So this is something very important that we cover in module 4, which is the sprint. It's all about really getting your next 3,000 to 4,000 sales. And we give you this pricing calculator. So your income goal and then your price per item. So profit calculator to price your items. Now there's 2 areas that you can add-on costs. Really three. I would say one is the base price. Two, you could do upsells within variations. So maybe there's a variation that you know everyone's going to want, or an upsell that everyone is going to want. That is something to take note of and have that as an upsell. You know everyone's going to opt into that. And then the third place to affect your pricing that won't affect your pricing in search results is shipping. So you can always add in a little bit more with shipping if needed, even if it's like 10%. 10% more in shipping to have a 10% lower price as your base price. So there's always levers to pull with pricing, and we cover all of that in module 4. And if you would like a customized pricing strategy for your listings, I am more than happy to do that for you. Our team is as well. So just schedule a call with us in the link wherever you are watching this, or you can always email team@dylanjahraus.com. I have myself, there's probably like 6 of us in there who are there to help you and answer your questions. All right. Another person said, a shout out, Alicia said, I'm in the course and it is really, really good, very good content and everything you need to know about. Thank you. Okay. Let's pull open another shop. Let's do that. Someone said, I'm thinking about your program. Could you check first my shop? Of course. Okay. All right. United Kingdom. Awesome. We have part of our coaching team is in the UK, actually. So we have no sales, 22 listings. All right. So, okay. So what I'm seeing is we are putting the same design on a lot of different products, but we don't have proof of concept yet that anyone likes the design, which means no sales on this design, right? So we don't want to take something that isn't getting sales and then put it on like 10 more products and then hope that, okay, maybe it will get sales, because we don't have proof of concept that people like the design yet. So what we want to do, I see not many designs, but few designs on, just multiplied over many different product types. So what I would say is what we want to work with you on, looks like you're going after mom life, moms, for the most part, beach babes. Okay. So we need to help you target profitable customers and then build your product mix for them. And we give you the listings to launch with here. But really, this is where we start. Okay. So if you're tracking with me, choosing profitable customers with market research, okay, we're not just guessing. We actually show you case studies of how to target profitable customers, because everyone knows pick a niche, right? Pick a niche. That's the way to win on Etsy. Well, no, because what does that say about the customer? Is that really a profitable customer behind that niche? The example I always use is pet, the pet category. You could say, I'm going to do the pet niche. Well, there are some pet owners who buy the cheapest food they could find at Walmart, or just give their dog like table scraps. And then there's people who buy the fresh gourmet, like chef made, fresh, raw, whatever dog food that's delivered every week. Okay, completely different types of customers. One niche, but that niche didn't guarantee that you're targeting profitable customers. So we focus on customers instead. And then we would want to help you with the 7 types of products framework here. You guys, these lessons aren't super long, but they are packed with value. And we give you worksheets to use too. But with your shop specifically, like I would say, first, we need to be testing out many different types of designs. You have only 22 listings. Let's have that be 22 unique designs, right? And then I would say your SEO, we need to completely update all of that. So right now, yeah, this is very much describing the product and not the purpose or utility. So for example, let me give an example of this. This is aesthetic girl. We're repeating the same word quite often. Aesthetic. Say that a million times, right? Bag. You'll hear my Minnesota accent. Bag. That's not going to get you in front of profitable customers. Also, what is the purpose of that? Is that a grocery tote? Is that a library book bag? Is that a teen girl birthday gift, right? There's so many different purposes for that we're not at all communicating here. So when when you're thinking about your SEO, you got to think about, what is the purpose? Why is someone buying this? What is it going to be used for? What is the utility of this thing? Not just, I'm going to describe exactly what that looks like. It's not like you're looking at a painting and describing what it looks like. I want you to look at the painting and think, where is someone going to put this? What is someone going to use this for? Who would receive this as a gift? That and what is the value that it would bring someone? Not just light pink, and then whatever it says on it. We need to be much more. We just need to think about our SEO differently. So I hope that that example is clear. Okay. How do you know when SEO, this is a good SEO question. How do you know when SEO is not working on Etsy and should be changed? A few days, a week, and a month. All right, let me show you this here in the program. So in module 3, this is where we cover SEO. Also value proposition, which I've talked a lot about today. That is something else that we cover in depth. How to win in search results. That's the whole point of your value proposition. But SEO is all covered here. We give you case studies, all of that, how to rank on the first page. Now, once you update your SEO, really look for changes in your stats in about 3 to 4 weeks. So 3 to 4 weeks, do not be looking for a change tomorrow. Now, I see students, actually, I can show you guys, but they say like the SEO changed everything within a week. I'm already seeing updates. It can, but I would definitely be more patient as long as you've done it right. So let me kind of show you what this looks like. So under our announcements area in the program, this is pretty inspiring, you guys. This is where students share their results for the month. Like someone went from $50 in January to $800 in February, up 220% year over year. Let's see, you can see all of the stats here. Some people say when they made the updates, and then let's see here. Like, look at this. I've been in the program over a week, a little over a week, and I just started updating my SEO over the last 3 days, but my 7-day stats are now up, views up 2,000%. So visits up 683%. So it can happen quite quickly. Someone says their revenue in the first, or their income for the first 2 months of the year is more than all of last year. So you should definitely see your stats increasing within 3 to 4 weeks. But I would say, it can happen much, much sooner. So these are just, when you're in the program, you actually have visibility to all of this. And look at that. This is just this month, but this is the type of, increases that we are really looking for. And these just keep going on and on and on. We post these stats as testimonials, but a lot of people, it's so funny, a lot of people thought we were making these up. Guys, I can't make this up. So you can actually see the growth, like November, December, January, February. So really, this is what we're looking for: growth, improvement across all areas. So if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like to really look into this on a deeper level in person, definitely schedule a call with us in the chat box. In the chat box, we linked a free call. It's completely free, and we can take you through the program and actually talk to you about your shop, and then show you kind of, okay, here are some examples of students just like you who saw these specific results. So you can kind of read through these, but anyways, let's hop into the rest of your questions. Someone asked, did Etsy ads damage your store? Can they damage your store? Are they worth it? I wouldn't say damage your score or your store, but they can definitely damage your bank account. I would say probably not the best way to spend your time and your money. So there are other ad platforms that I would recommend over Etsy ads. For example, potentially Facebook ads. Different than boosting posts on Instagram. I would not recommend boosting posts on Instagram, but Facebook ads could be worth your time if you're really not wanting to do any organic social media methods. Okay. Someone said, Let's see. I sell print on demand doormats and I wanted to add layering rugs to my product mix. How should we go about adding and selling these items in our shops from different print on demand, specifically when ordered together? So nowadays, especially with in the world of Amazon, people do not expect all their packages to arrive or all their items to arrive in the same package. Don't even worry about that. Don't overthink it. Totally fine if they arrive at different times. I even have students who ship out things next day and then they have some things with a 3 to 4 week lead time. So don't even worry about that. And don't let that stop you from expanding your product mix in that way. Okay, let's pull open another shop here. And if you have any questions, just a reminder, please drop them in wherever you're watching. All right. Yes, I drink soda with a straw because my mom was a dentist and got to protect those the bonding on the front teeth here. So, okay. With this shop, I would say one sale. There's a huge issue here. We have no reviews. I don't trust the shop right now because I don't know where they're located. I don't see any announcement, any customer communication. That's the problem. Also, pricing, we shouldn't be at this pricing at this point, full price. We don't have the track record yet to warrant this pricing. No policies, another thing, lack of trust. Is can I do returns? I'm not sure. I just, yeah, I would say there's just something that is preventing me from really making that purchase trust wise. Also, this is a problem with our SEO. This is not going to get you traffic. I've got plans, cat and wine funny shirt. Is someone typing in, I've got plans, cat and wine funny shirt? Are people typing that in? If not, why are we leading with that? Also, product mix wise, I see you're going kind of like the cat feminist teacher wine lover vibe. That's the impression I have just from my 30-second glance here. I would say that we are really shooting ourselves in the foot by just having t-shirts and totes. I think did you have one mug? Okay, we have 4 mugs, but the mock-ups are not working for you with the mugs. I would completely overhaul the product mix. Completely overhaul that. We need different listings with different purposes. So you really need a loss leader. Like there's nothing in here that is going to be selling 20 units on a daily basis to drive up your order number. A loss leader is something low price point, low margin. You're not going to lose money on it, but the entire purpose is to scale your order number really high, really fast. So in our module 2 workbook, there's workbooks for every single module here. This is where you can see our loss leader guide. Our coach, Jessica, she's over on the East Coast. She made this from our program that guides you on what loss leader to put into your shop. But if you would like us to help you choose a loss leader for your shop, we can do that as well in our one-on-one coaching. We even had a coaching call that was fully dedicated to loss leaders. So if you need help with that, let us know. But if you are a brand new shop, the very first products you should be thinking about adding are loss leaders. That is going to be what helps you get traction. Though you need the SEO to be there, you need the pricing to be correct. So yeah, there's just some major changes that you'll have to make here to get traction. But I mean, it's feasible. It looks like you want to make it happen. So, all right. Let's see. Let's pull open another shop. Another thing I wanted to touch on, you guys. This is interesting. So we talk to people every day about their shops, and a lot of people are talking about how, yes, they really want to get results on Etsy. They need to get results. They need to get sales. They need to quit their job. They need to retire their spouse. They need their kids to be able to go to private school next year. And in order to make those things happen, they need to be successful with Etsy. Well, when it comes down to it, you can be thinking about, okay, I need to be successful with Etsy. I need to watch more videos on YouTube. I need to learn more. And I need to get tips and tricks from whoever I can. But then if nothing is changing in your shop, Like if you go 4 months with like 12 sales, like doing the same thing over and over, it's not going to suddenly work. So if you are in a point where you really need Etsy to work, like at least if it's not me, at least follow someone's proven strategy rather than continuing to do what you're doing. Because doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, that is insanity, right? I think that's like the definition of insanity. So please, if you have a strong reason for wanting a successful business, stop talking about it and actually do something. Because people who talk about it, they talk for years about wanting something to happen. Nothing ever happens. And, decades go by, they never made anything happen with it. So at least follow someone's proven strategies, even if it's not mine, because, I'm okay with people being complacent and saying, like, yeah, I'm happy with my life. But when people say, I want my life to change, I want this dream to happen, and then they don't do anything about it, that is something that I just will never understand. And I know, there's risk in everything. There's fear that can hold you back from your potential, in so many areas, but specifically with, finances. You don't have to settle for your current financial situation. It's a choice to stay stuck, because there are resources for you here. So, anyways, just my whole little speech here. Okay. With this shop, let's take a look. Okay. So we have quite the mix. We have some, looks like maybe this is not print on demand. We have a heat press. It looks like we might be doing glass etching, maybe some vinyl. It looks like it might be all handmade. Couple things here. I wouldn't put the paper in the cup like that, because we want all of your photos to really elevate the product. So, also, basically tone on tone here, white on white is not making this gnome pop very much. So I think photos are probably one of the biggest things. Lighting specifically for you. I see you're going with the white background, which sometimes honestly it's the hardest way to get good photos because most people don't put that directly in front of a window. So what I would do, let me show you an example here. With this, you're doing a lot of drinkware. Let me show you an example on Anthropology. So if you go to Anthropology and you look up, let's say glass. So I'm going to show you. Okay. So something that can really elevate the look of like drinkware is shadowing. So shadowing in your photos. So what you want to do here, let's say this was your photos. So we need to completely, I think we have way too many props happening in here unless you're selling this whole set with the cutting board tray thing. I think there's too many props happening that's distracting from the product itself. And it's making me wonder, what is she selling? Like, what am I going to get here? And we need to create some shadows. So you see how this is definitely portrait mode with your phone, right? So it's portrait mode. I don't think we're doing that here. Yeah. So we need to do portrait mode and then completely, I would say natural lighting is going to be one of the easiest ways to get this. Like right in front of a window. You can see it almost looks like there's a window on the right side of this photo that's shining through, that's shining light and creating those shadows. So shadows are one of the best ways to get that Anthropology look. A lot of shadows from the product itself, not from some weird thing like curtains hanging in your window, creating some weird shadow, but shadows with the product itself. So you can see the product creating its own shadow. This is a great example of it here. Like you see that premium vibes all over the place because of that shadowing. So that's what we need to do here. So we need to, like this. Yeah. So we're like, basically, if you put that mug right here, boom, you could sell it for twice as much. So I think photos are going to be one of your biggest areas for improvement, as well as your SEO, because right now we're not going to get found at all. I bet your traffic, I mean, you have 5 sales. That's amazing. That you have 5 sales right now. They're not really popping up, but I would say SEO and your photos are two of the huge things to focus on. Right, someone asked, let's see, does it make sense to duplicate your listing rather than changing the current SEO so Etsy can push it? It depends on how many times that listing has been renewed. Have you renewed it more than once? Then I would duplicate. If you haven't renewed it yet, just change that current SEO. Also, with some Etsy news, the $15 setup fee, let's talk about that. I actually think this is a really good thing, you guys, because it is one layer that Etsy is putting in to stop all these, scam bot shops, basically these fake shops or like scam shops that are shouldn't be on the platform. So it's one more, I guess, barrier to entry that they're putting in that for anyone who's serious about running a business, that's not a problem, right? The cost of starting a business, $15, like that's nothing. So I think this is actually going to be really good. And I think it will probably allow Etsy to lower their stringency on closing down shops that they suspect are bot shops because of maybe how the initial listing was set up or something like that. So I think overall it's going to be really good. And I think it will actually prevent a lot of the accidental shutdowns long term. Okay, let's see. Let's pull open a couple more shops here. One other thing I want to show you guys is, oops, looks like that. Let's try this one again here. One other thing I wanted to show you guys in the program, though, is how much support we have for you. Now, don't forget, if you are just joining this now, we are giving away basically 9 gifts to you guys if you schedule a free call with us today and enroll in our program. So the gifts are valued at $500. It's a free one-on-one coaching call included for anyone. I guess the first 3 people who are in print on demand, the first 3 in handmade supplies or vintage, and then the first 3 in digital. So I want to show you, though, our upcoming calls because we have so many coaching calls for you. Really, failure, I see it when you work with us, failure is not an option. We are known to bend over backwards for our people, for our students, because we need you to win. As you could see from our like our student results, we need you guys to win. And we have an entire area here for positive encouragement where people are sharing their wins. Get the Facebook strategy here. Get that. One Facebook strategy time. She says, don't doubt Dylan on that one. But we need you guys to have all these wins. So that is why we provide so much support. This is our coaching call schedule. So we have calls. You get calls 4 times per week. One is with me. I have one tomorrow night if any of you want to attend. It's at 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. One is with our coaching team. It's a small group. And then 2 of them are on the weekends. And these are like topic themed calls. So this weekend, we have a call all about creating digital products from start to finish. And then a print on demand product of the month, lamps and night lights. And we're going to actually create that for you start to finish with a specific provider that we recommend and walk you through that step by step. So on the weekends, we have 2 themed calls. The following weekend, we have a call all about loss leaders. The next day, Sunday, we have digital Q&A. So this is, you can see all of the calendar. It's really easy to fit these into your schedule because you know about all of them ahead of time. You can RSVP to the ones you want to attend and so forth. So just wanted to kind of show you this level of support we have with the Zoom calls. Now, let's jump into another shop here. Let's see here. This is very interesting. Bilingual home designs. So one thing I want to point out is that we have 2 bilingual coaches. So one of our coaches specifically does a lot of her coaching in Spanish, if you ever are interested in that. So here we go. Looks like print on demand. Now, okay. Okay, I'm identifying I'm getting excited because I'm finding so much opportunity. The fact that you have 3,800 sales is incredible considering the amount of opportunity I'm seeing within the listings to improve these. Um, okay, a lot of PNGs, SVGs. Now, I see you have, though, a lot of actual print on demand products. The issue here, one of the biggest call outs I have is what is going on with your overlays. We have so much happening with these overlays that in search results, it's going to be really, really hard for anyone to see what this says. And it's really distracting from what's on the product itself. So I think it's with overlays, you want to make sure that they are increasing your value proposition, not hurting your value proposition. And here, I think these overlays are actually hurting the value proposition. This says mother-in-law funny gift. Okay, what we don't want to do, I see a lot of people doing this, is describing the product. They're like putting a title for the product on the image. We never want to do that because that doesn't increase the value of it. What you want to do is, okay, I wouldn't even say change title. I would say change name, and personalize it. Honestly, I think it's the same thing. You're saying the same thing. I would just say free personalization. LED option available. I would just have in big letters LED. Add name. I think free personalization would suffice and encompass all of that. So what we don't want to do is if words are not adding to the value proposition, they are hurting your listing because they're going to detract from the product and it's going to hurt your click-through rate. It's going to hurt your conversion and it's going to make people question what was the purpose of those words. Just a couple recommendations here on those overlays. People go crazy with overlays and it can really hurt your shop. Okay, we have a lot of issues with the SEO. So, funny mother-in-law gift for Mother's Day, funny mother-in-law gift for Mother's Day bonus mom gift, bonus mom gift, mother-in-law birthday gift, personalized sentimental gift, second mom gift, mother-in-law gift. We are going way too crazy with repeating keywords. We want to have, with SEO, this is not about keyword stuffing. We want to have as many unique long tail keywords as possible. So completely unique long tail keywords, as little overlap as possible. So I think this is a big missed opportunity for getting in more unique long tail keywords. Okay, this is another major issue. We're not optimized for mobile. No, like the fact that the shop has 3,800 sales is amazing to me just because of the low hanging fruit here. This is not going to be something that anyone's going to read on their phone. I guarantee that. So, we got to cut it with the chat GPT descriptions, you guys. We got to just cut those out. Don't let yourself do it anymore. Okay, because it's going to hurt your conversion rate and it looks careless. It really looks careless because it looks like you copied and pasted something from ChatGPT that you didn't put any thought into. So we've really got to cut it with these long novels of ChatGPT descriptions. Now, we're actually working on something behind the scenes in our company that is very exciting. If you are new here, under our team, I kind of just want to introduce everyone here. So our leadership team, David is our COO. He has a great tech background, software, mergers and acquisitions, all of that. And this is our team. So this is not just me here, you guys, this is the full team behind me. And something we are working on is actually a tool for you guys. Not just descriptions like we're talking about here, but SEO as well. So more to come on that, but we have something proprietary that literally no other Etsy software tool is even close to being able to provide. As you can see, if you're relying on Everbee, eRank, Sales Samurai, Allura for your for your SEO, you can probably tell it doesn't totally give you the solution you need. So we have something cool coming for you. So anyways, a lot to work on with these listings. Let's answer some more questions. Someone actually, I dropped my phone. Um, Someone asked, is this course good if I'm just wanting to pay off my mortgage? Not pay off my mortgage. I think just cover my mortgage payment. That's what they said. Okay, to that question, I would say number one, how high is your mortgage? Right? Are you in Southern California, where I am, or are you in like middle of South Dakota? I would say our program is great for people who want to make at least $5,000 a month in profit. That is really the type of person that we bring in. Or if you are a large shop, like we have students who do 1 to 8 million per year in revenue. If you're a large shop and you're really looking to make this more scalable, that is something else that this program would be for. So if you're looking to make like under 1,000 per month, we have something for you, which I will put in the chat box wherever you're watching. We'll put that there. It's called the 3-week Etsy Kickstart. And you can actually see this on our website as well. But this is something that we have for people who are just getting started on Etsy. And it is very straightforward. It helps you choose who you're going to sell to, what you're going to sell, and then how to get your first listings up, get your first couple sales. So definitely check this out. We have payment plans for this available, and we'll put the link to it in the chat box wherever you're watching. So this is not our full program, not one-on-one coaching, but it's just our 3-week kickstart to get your shop kind of off the ground. So that is something to note. Now, let's go back to a couple more questions. I'll see if there's any more from Instagram here. Let's see. It's funny, people are asking me to look at their SEO. We get like 600 messages a day, roughly across platforms for people wanting me to look at their shop and their SEO. I do that every day for our students, but not, I don't have the bandwidth to do it for people who aren't in the program. So this is, okay, trendy wall art, 2,600 sales. Looks like mostly digital for right now. Okay. So I would say with 315 listings, curious how much you're making per month right now. Because we have students who have digital products. I actually just interviewed one of them. And her name's Annalise, and she's in Canada, and she has less than 80 listings, and she's doing over $25,000 a month. So it doesn't look like you are quite at that point yet based on what I'm seeing in your shop, but I think there's probably a lot of room to ramp this up. Now, this is something where it's trend based. Your shop is totally trend based. And I think you're missing a ton of opportunity with your mockups. First of all, your mockups, big missed opportunity here. You could be increasing the value proposition significantly when you look at what is taking up square footage in your listing photos. I mean, I don't know what that is in front of the product, but it's really, I would say, not focused enough on product. Also, the 10 types of listing photos. There's 10 different areas you can have listing photos here, and we have 18 different types of listing photos that we recommend in our program that we teach you. It's right in module 3. I think this would be a huge help to you. All of this entire section about mockups, because right now I think that is where a lot of missed opportunity lies. Also within your listings, like this type of product should be going bananas in a good way on Pinterest. Right now, there's no way this would ever do well on Pinterest, just with how it's structured here. So I think Pinterest is an insane opportunity for digital shops, especially if you are a trendy or trend-based digital shop. But I think you're just missing the opportunity completely there to leverage Pinterest. So yeah, I would say what I would want to do with you is dive in and do a full shop review, top to bottom, scrub everything. Also help you identify some areas to get inspiration from for new trends, because we are on the back end of some of these trends that I'm seeing in your shop. And I do think that it's really important that you stay fresh and relevant So lots of updates to make as well as SEO. You are competing with yourself here, big time competing with yourself and cannibalizing potentially your own sales. So, with this many different listings, like you need to be showing up under the widest variety of search results possible. And the way you've structured your SEO is going to make it so that you are in direct competition with your other listings. Okay, so a lot of opportunity there. Let's see. Someone asked, I'm an artist and new to Etsy. I work digitally and handmade and fabric. I've been hearing not to have digital and physical in the same shop. Should I just do both until I know what sells? Don't listen to people that say no digital and physical in the same shop. Honestly, with our students, you guys, uh, I would say probably some of the most profitable shops that I have seen are both digital, with print on demand, sometimes physical built in, and um, in sometimes handmade and supplies. So do not listen to people who say you just need to choose one. A lot of these shops actually that you're seeing here, like $10,000 a month, Wendy says, thanks to this course, I got my first sale in June 2023, made 50,000 in revenue since then. She's over $10,000 a month now. And a lot of these shops have physical, print on demand, and digital. So do not listen to someone who tries to tell you just to pick one or the other. We need to get as much data as possible from your customers. But I still think long term, you should have both. All right. I think that is all for questions. Now, a couple of announcements. If you want to win one of these free coaching calls, it is today only. It's only 9 people in total. And we're going to put the link to schedule that call with myself and my team. Now, you're going to be talking to you literally could be talking to me, or let me show you this. I'm going to introduce you to our team here. You could be talking to me. You might be talking to Chelsea or Ava on Instagram. You might be talking to Nor, Will, Kayla, Rex, Allie. So you'll be talking to one of us for sure. And if you talk to me, I look forward to seeing you soon. But that call is basically if you enroll in our brand new program, the Ultimate Etsy course on the call, you will get a free $500 value one-on-one private call. So outside of your unlimited daily coaching one-on-one, you also get a one-on-one private call. So if you'd like that, definitely schedule a call today. And then if you are not ready for that, but you just would like to learn more about Etsy, definitely click on the link wherever you're watching this. We have a free checklist for you to grow your shop. It's a free 16-step checklist that you can learn from. You can take those strategies and apply them. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Please feel free to leave a comment with any questions, and I'll answer them on the next live, looking at doing these more often. All right. Thanks, guys.